Welcome back, guys, to the jackscottlee show. Oh my god, what a week we have in store for you with the astrology. There is so much crazy stuff going on, not only over the next few weeks, but going on all the way through March, through April, and finally getting some clarity all the way in May. That does not mean we have to lose hope. We have lots of crazy things going on. We're going to be having eclipses, full moons, new moons, planets going direct, planets going retrograde. It's all going on, starting with Mars stationing and going direct, and also Venus, the planet of love, abundance, self-worth, all that stuff, stationing to go retrograde, where she will be retrograding all the way through February, starting in February, all the way through March, all the way through to April, and then finally in May, going back into Aries and direct again. OMG, are you ready for the ride? And what I'm going to be doing, like I do in every podcast episode, is to talk about the astrology, talk about the sky, and then give you guys a general overview of the energy of what is going on. Because even when we have planets hanging out in certain areas of the sky, we are all affected by this because we have in our birth chart, we all are made up of the 12 signs, right? And so I use Western tropical astrology. I love to use Vedic astrology and Eastern techniques as well, especially when it comes to timing techniques and prediction and what have you. When I'm doing these readings for you guys on this channel, I always use Western tropical astrology because it gives you a great general overview of what is going on for you, your rising sign, your moon sign, and your sun sign. If you don't know those, then you want to go over to a free birth chart calculator. I'll pop one in the chat, or you can go into like a search engine and just type in birth chart calculator and type in your birth details, including your, really important, your birth time and of course your location, because that will give you the most accurate chart. Because the rising sun, I mean, your sun sign is going to stay the same depending on the day, right? We all know our sun sign because that's the day you were born. That's your sun sign. So me, for example, I'm an Aquarius sun because I was born in January, and so on and so forth, right? However, the rising sign, your ascendant sign, that changes every 2 hours every day. So the rising sign is the sign which is rising on the eastern horizon on the time that you were born. Okay, which will give you what is known as your rising sign or your ascendant, which usually sits in the first house of your birth chart. And your birth chart is usually a big circle with like 12 sections made up of it. If you're using whole sign, I like to use whole sign and passages. I think they're both really good. Generally, if I'm doing these videos, I use whole sign because it just makes everything super easy. And what the first house is what is known as the house of you, right? And how others see you, because everything's looking towards you. So you may not necessarily see this as yourself, but it's what everybody else is seeing, right? And just kind of like what you're embodying, right? So for me, I'm a Libra. For example, I'm a Libra rising. So Libra is known for their beauty, the love of beauty, the love of gorgeous things, gorgeousness, symmetrical, fashion, all that great stuff, right? And even if I don't feel that way, that is how I'm going to come across. And also the sun sign will give you the energy of that. So even though I'm a Libra rising and I'm doing things in a very Venusian Venus way, right? I'm going to pack that with my Uranian, rebellious, unique, eccentric Aquarius energy, because my sun sign. So the energy of the sun mixed with the rising sign is going to give you a whole astrological makeup. And then we're also talking about your moon sign, right? Your moon sign is like how you are going to express your emotions and your feelings, and also your moon sign will show you your relationship to your caregivers and how they're like, and even your home life with your moon. And your moon is a secret part of your chart. Not everybody is going to see your moon side, because that's only going to be privy to your very, very intimate circle. Okay, so let's get into what's going on in the sky. So Mars, the planet of desire, passion, drive, ambition, energy, combativeness. It should get up and go, right? Mars has been retrograde since December, since last year, right? So going backwards in a sign in a sign where it doesn't really like to be. It's been sitting in Cancer for a hot minute. It's okay, Leo. Dramatic Leo can contain Mars, right? Because Leo is a fire sign, right? Well, I'm talking about Leo because Mars was traveling happily through the kingdom of Leo before it slammed on the brakes to pivot and go back into Cancer, right? The sign before, which is where it's sat at 17 degrees now for a while. For a hot minute, it's still gonna be stewing there. I say stewing because what is Mars? Mars is the rule of Aries, right? In Scorpio, it's fire. It's pure passion, drive, ambition. It can be aggression. You can get things done, right? It can be ambition. And so, with it being in a water sign, in a sign where it doesn't really like being Cancer because what is Cancer? Cancer is the extreme opposite of what Mars is about. Cancer is about intuition, it's about feelings, about emotion. Cancer is a boss ass energy too because it's very protective. It has that hard shell. It's very protective. It does what it wants to do. You know what I mean? It's not someone to be fucked with, right? But with Mars there, what Mars is still hot and it's fire, but the Cancer just water is like three water over the fire. It's just simmering and boiling and bubbling, right? So if you imagine that energy just sitting there stagnant, this is why you may have experienced like I've seen this quite a lot where there's been so many instances where people are either this is Mars and Cancer, like passive aggressive, or just really quick to fly off the handle because they're just not listening and they haven't got time to see your view and they just want to explode because it's that hot water boiling energy. You know what I mean? And so, sitting in Cancer, not loving its life since December the 6th. The areas which are going to be highlighting are things like home, security, emotional resilience, right? So when Mars is retrograding, it's very easy for people to not hear the other person's point of view, to want to be combative, to argue. There'll be a lot of fallout, with like your friendship circle, your friends, clients, whatever it is. Well, depending on, especially where it is in your chart, especially if you've got, I wrote this down, degrees, especially around 17 at the moment, right? Because that is where it's retrograding at the minute, right? And let's have a look. Where did I pop this down? So for why I wrote down for Mars, right? Mars will not go. Yeah. So Mars is stationed to go retrograde at 6 degrees of Leo. So you'd want to see for that point, which was in December, where you have planets at 6 degrees, right? Especially the fixed signs because this is like Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus. Well, these are the angular houses, right? And so, especially if planets around 6 degrees, give or take, if you're working at 8 degree orb, right? So give or take 8 degrees either side, yeah. And these people are gonna be affected the most, right? Because this is square opposition energy, so you guys are really gonna feel the brunt of that, and we're not going to get this, and we're not going to get Mars going fully out of its retro shadow period, right? Until the 2nd of May. However, as I'm recording this, tomorrow, the 23rd, as I release this video, Mars will be stationed to go direct. Okay, and so this is like better because it's no longer traveling backwards. Right, so the brakes are slowly coming up. However, it's still going to go through the degrees that it passed to get back to being forward again. So it's going to go back through Cancer. So there might be instances where you're going to have to go over some stuff where you thought areas where you thought you'd like, I'm done. We've argued. I'm not listening anymore to this person or this situation. It's done. There might be instances where you're going to have to go over it again before it finally clears and it goes back into Leo again, dramatically Leo moving forward. You know what I mean? And so you want to see where you have planets and at the degrees of like 17 degrees, because that's where it is right now. And we're in Cancer. So you want to, if you are a Cancer, Capricorn, Libra, Aquarius, you guys will be feeling this energy, Libra and Aries, you'll be feeling this the most, right? Because you are squaring and opposing this degree, right? And this energy. And so with that, I'm just trying to find the details of what I wrote down, yeah. Yeah, and so anything around 17 degrees, well, like I say, I always work with the 8 degree orb, so 8 degrees either way with that energy, all right? And the things that are going to be coming up are just like Mars and Cancer can be like very annoyance, but people just get on your last nerve, right? And just not being able to hear them. So I always say to people during this transit, it's really useful, right, to respond, not react, right? Mars is very reactive, right? Especially in Cancer, where it's boiling over, doesn't like being there, it's going to react. This would do you good steed actually to practice, to listen, and to discuss the person's viewpoint. Are you challenging the person's view, or are you challenging the person? Are you able to understand someone else's point of view without having to agree with that? Is there space for both to be right? Because everyone thinks they're right. Everyone's right, yeah. You think you're right. I think I'm right. Everyone thinks they're right all the time, right? And everyone is right to them, right? And they're allowed to be right too. So I always ask people like, if it's not worth your stress, like if it's not worth your peace, then it's not worth it at all. It's not going to master you in 5 minutes. It won't master you in 5 years or whatever. You know what I mean? So this is that energy, right? So not only, so we've got this energy happening, right? And this is about really. I'm experiencing this myself because it's going to the 10th house. This is my public persona, and how I'm seeing my others. So very much where I'm having combative experiences, literally brought to me, especially because I have a square. My natal Mars is squaring this transit anyway. My natal Mars is 16 degrees of Libra, and so I'm having that square already. So yeah, this is literally bringing combativeness to my doorstep, right to me, right? And this is about how are you expressing yourself, and can you express yourself through Mars ways, right? In a very Cancerian energy. So that could be, if we're talking Cancerian energy, this is a great time to pour your passion into creative endeavors, right? That does not mean we have to all go out and paint and dance, even though I love to do that. And this can just be being creative with how you approach a situation and projects, and quote unquote problems and plot twists. Can you be creative and think outside the box, right? To have your desires and your needs expressed and met, right? However, this frustration energy, because Mars is about achieving your goals, right? And vitality. So this could be literally having you feeling like you're low vibe, low energy, not very driven, or just having like so many obstacles and roadblocks. So just know that with this direct energy now, the brakes are going to be coming off. Things are kind of slowly start to become easier, and you're going to be able to find your drive, your passion, your ambition when it comes to going after what you want, going after your dreams, going after your goals, going after your desires. Because Mars is now, even though it's not its favorite sign, right? Because it loves to be Capricorn. Each planet has a exaltation. An exaltation means an area in the sky where it loves to be. So the planet will have its ruling signs, and Mars rules Scorpio, right? It loves to be there. It rules Aries. It loves to be there. It works strongly there, right? I'm not going to say to its best. It works stronger there. And then you have an exaltation sign, and again, it works very, very well in exaltation, right? And then all the planets have an exaltation sign, like Saturn is exalted in Libra, Mercury exalted in Aquarius, Mars in Capricorn, for example, right? And these signs all do well. Jupiter loves to be in Cancer, for example. You know what I mean? And this is so right now Mars is in Gemini. It doesn't like to be there because it does better in Capricorn. So we're working with this like really weak Mars energy right now. However, the brakes are off. It's moving forward. We're finding our drive. We're finding our passion. I always say to people, you want to work with Mars energy, wear more red, eat red foods, paint red, you know what I mean? And that really is working with the energy of Mars, because we can do that, right? Not only that, so this is on the 23rd, right? Not only that, we have, which is another huge thing going on, Venus retrograding. Venus already started to retrograde, right? And this is going to be starting from March, going the 1st of March, Venus will be fully retrograde. She's already started her retro shade, a shadow period, as I'm recording this. We started last week, just a few days after Valentine's Day, the 14th, right? What does Venus rule? Venus rules love. It rules self-love, right? It rules how we view ourselves, how we like to look at, how we beautiful things, music, flowers, art, creativity, dance, all that great stuff, right? Money to a certain degree as well. I always go with Jupiter more for money. Venus does rule abundance too, of course. Because Venus is like nice things, right? And money can give you nice things too. Okay. So this happens. Venus does not go retrograde often. It's like every 18 months. So every I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years, should we say, yeah? What happens when Venus goes retrograde? Well, Venus retrograde, planet love retrograding, like Mercury retrograde, but with that Venusian flavour, you're gonna be getting ex-lovers coming back from the past 100%. I've already seen this with my Aries friends already, Aries rising people, because this is in the 7th. This is going to be happening, in your house, in your first house, right? And my Libra risings too. Old lovers are coming back from the dead to greet you, to meet you, want to reconcile and talk things out. Generally, anything started in Venus retrograde doesn't always work out the best. However, if you're willing to do the work, put the energy, then of course, right? There's no right or wrong. Oh, you don't go back, don't do this, don't do that. You have to live your experience, right? There's no right or wrong. I mean, you're here to learn and experience life, so of course, right? But yeah, Venus retrograde is very, very famous and renowned for bringing lovers back together again, breakups, shake-ups, this is very, very, very strong energy for introspection when it comes to relationships. Relationships which are already on shaky ground, or where one person or both of you are unsure, will really be tested during this transit. Where a lot of things need to be. That doesn't mean there's going to be separation ending, right? Unless that's what you want, of course. But also this is a time to really think about what is that you actually want. Do I need to, or want to, or have a desire to be with this person? That's something that brings me joy. Or is this person who I thought they were? Because all these questions are going to be coming up during Venus retrograde. This is about questioning our relationships. Are they fulfilling us? What the hell am I actually doing? Does this person light me up? Is my life lighting me up? Right? Is my life Venusian? Right? Am I doing self-love and self-care practice every day myself? Right? Am I in love with my life? Ultimately, are you in love with you? This is Venus introspection, right? And so this is going to be going on from the 1st of March all the way to April 12th, right? Then she'll retro shade, and she will not be out of her degree, her shadow degree. Let me pull up my notes. She won't be out of her shadow degree, right, until the 2nd of May, I want to say. Yeah. So we're not going to be in the clear until May, right? So this is a long transit. It really is. Where love, relationships, and beauty, money are all going to be up for review. We're going to be evaluating our past desires, your past connections, your self-worth, right? This is going to be going all the way through Aries. Venus doesn't do great in Aries anyway. Venus is very, very much go after what you want, very masculine energy, right? That doesn't mean a male or female, right? This is about the archetype of masculinity energy in the sign of Aries, right? And as opposed to being a more softer version of Venus. And so when Venus does retrograde back into Pisces, she will actually be exalted, even though she is retrograding in her retrograde motion, right? She's traveling backwards in the sky, and she will be moved back into Pisces, which is better for people, for us as a collective, because Venus is really well there. So there could be old lovers coming back, rekindling, reigniting, money coming in from unexpected sources, old contract, all this sort of thing, right? Not a great time to change your look. Not gonna lie, yeah. Venus retrograde, not a great time to change your look, yeah. However, it could be worth revisiting an old look, maybe. This is retrograde. Yeah, but this is definitely to do with self-worth and tying up with how I see myself, where there is I want to make changes. Maybe you're thinking about doing some overhaul to how you look and how you feel and how you love, right? How you express love and how you call it in, and type of people that you love, right? Ready for when she does finally go direct through the end of April, all the way through to May and beyond, where you can actually call love back in again and work with that energy to its full potential, Um, when she's in Aries, what the thing that I do like about Venus in Aries is it's very much like bold, dramatic, independent, goes after what they want. Um, she's very much like, yeah, I see it, I want it, I got it. That sort of vibe and energy, right? You know, the Ariana Grande Seven Rings song, that's very Venus in Aries energy, right? I see it, I want it, I got it. That's the Venus in Aries vibe. When she's in Pisces, she's dreamy, romanticizing, you know, she's very much like, um, have you ever watched like, what's that movie called? The Baz Luhrmann one, and with the Lana Del Rey song on it. I can't think what it's called now. It's like twin flame, soulmate kind of relationship energy. Everything's gorgeous and beautiful and decadent, and it's the Roaring Twenties. Everyone's moonshine drinking and jazz band. That's very Venus in. I think like all the Baz Luhrmann movies like are very Venus in Pisces energy because they're very like decadent. And that is very Venusian Pisces energy, right? So yeah, the key themes we're talking about: old flame, past relationships, may surfacing up to this, right? Exes in the DMs, for example. Reassessing your finances, right? Avoid major beauty changes and investments or luxury spending during this time, right? Self-worth checking. You know, where do you want to do more self-love and self-care? Are you working on your confidence and stuff, right? If you want to work with the energy the best, delay anything major until after April the 12th, all right, where she's out of her shadow, yeah? And then pay attention to what and who is resurfacing for you. Not everything from the past is meant to return, but it can show up for you to heal and move forwards. So there is that too, right? Right, let's have a look what else I wrote down about this before we move forwards. Yeah, rethinking your beauty, yada yada. What else did I pop down? Okay, oh, also, yeah, I'm going to go through. This is the intro, right? Before I'm going to talk about the new moon too in a second. If you would like a personal reading with me, I'll leave my email at the end of the show notes, and you can contact me. If I do one-to-one birth chart readings too, they're really, really popular. I've got a 4-week waiting list on those, and I also do solar returns, lunar returns, synastry, predictions, all the things, right? So drop me an email, and we can have a start a conversation about what you want and need, and get the ball rolling on there too. All right. So we're going to go into all the 12 signs very, very soon. The one other major thing I wanted to talk about for this week in particular, what I'm excited about is the new moon. We have a gorgeous new moon in Pisces at 9 degrees of Pisces, and very funny actually. Very not funny, but like crazy. Not a coincidence because there's no coincidences, right? We're going to be having like a stack of new moons and full moons at 9 degrees. The degree is Sagittarius, right? And so this is about expansion. This is about broadening horizons. This is about delving into your spirituality, your beliefs. This is about expanding your worldview, right? This is about just broadening your horizon. I love Sagittarian energy, right? And this is 9 degrees. The new moon will be in Pisces on the 27th of February at 7:45 p.m. UK time, right? Sorry, EST time. UK time, that will be 11:45 in the morning. I'll be in Madrid, so for me it'll be 12:45, and I'm gonna do some like maybe like a live podcast or something when I'm in Madrid. I'll record some stuff, content for you guys. I'm going to be over there doing some Venusian things, so I'll keep you updated with that. So yeah, the new moon signifies beginning, right? So the new moon is always a great time to begin new things and setting intentions, and of course the new moon, right, in the sign of Pisces. What rules Pisces? Jupiter. Jupiter is the god of expansion, of manifestation, of huge dreams and goals, and it's making a square to the new moon, right? So a square isn't always bad; it's a challenge, but it's also an action, drive, ambition, go-getter energy. Where actually the new moon squaring is about, okay, this is what I want to achieve. Let's go and fucking do it. We can do this. Jupiter is very big on believing in oneself, huge confidence, and believing in yourself and others, wacky ideas, go get energy, and making shit happen, right? He's a square, he's in Gemini. This is about, okay, Jupiter and Gemini is about the finer details, about let's get this actually articulated into some sort of plan. There's a huge stellium of planets in Pisces right now. We're going to have Saturn here, Neptune here, the North Node is here, the full moon is here too, right? Neptune's there as well. So we have this huge cluster of Neptunian, Piscean, karmic energy. Saturn is here asking you to get your shit together because Saturn is like, look, I want to bless your ass, but you got to do the work, honey. So what is you want to be working on? What is you want to be calling in, right? This is a potent time to focus on your goals and your intentions, and your, especially if they're very like the energy of creativity and intuition, you know, because Pisces is a very spiritual sign anyway, a very creative sign anyway, and it's a sign of spiritual growth too, okay? And so if you have planets around 9 degrees of Pisces, Virgo, Gemini, Sagittarius, you guys are going to feel this the most. And this is about diving into intuition, listen to your inner voice, right? The one thing about this new moon is about because Jupiter is in the mix. It's in Pisces. We have Neptune here. Be careful not to overindulge. All right. This energy is very hype or escapism in whatever way that might be, right? The square to Jupiter can amplify the tendencies to overdo it when it comes to having a good time. All right. Let's see what else I popped on about that. I wrote some of the things down too. My notes all scattered all over the place. Oh yeah, what I'm looking for these, make sure you like, subscribe, and share to my channel because it helps the channel grow. You know that. I'm loving and appreciate all of you. Okay. Let's have a look what else I was talking about with this. Yeah, new moon. Great time. Every new moon, I always do this. I always clear out altar space. When I do, if you go onto my Instagram, the jackscottlee show, you see I always put my altar on there for the month. So I do like, I'll clear the space. I use candle magic, herbs, all the witchy stuff. The last month I used, like, so I was doing abundance activation. I use cinnamon, bay leaves, anointment oils, different deities like Ganesh and Lakshmi. There's a whole vibe, right? It's all crystals. So we all crystal grids, all that stuff. So it's a great time to do all that, okay? To set your intentions. Dream big. Dream as big as you like. Make the vision board. Do the things. If you've got Jupiter energy, but also think about, okay, this is what I want to do. What I've done, right? What I do personally is actually what are the action steps what I need to do to make this thing actually happen. Not just make a vision board and leave it to one side and never think about it ever again. This is actually about how can I actually materialize this into something which is fucking actionable, and I want to show up every day, big or small, right? You could be going to send an email or send an email out, or get up early, or drink a herbal tea, or do yoga, or whatever it is, right? Showing up as that person who embodies your dream reality. Okay. Mercury will be in conjunction with the Sun, with Saturn too. All right, so this is a planet of communication with the Time Lord Master, asking us to ground our dreams in reality. Like I just said, let's structure this, get a plan together, right? I like to ask, put your, this is a really good tip actually, what I do, I put my dreams and goals in ChatGPT, and then I asked it to give me a 30-day plan or whatever timeline you want to achieve that, right? And I'll literally break it down for you exactly how you should do it. It's so good. I've been following that. It's absolutely brilliant. I've been manifesting so much incredible stuff whilst also taking inspired action and doing the work, honey. Because it's all about that, right? So dream big, manifest with intuition, take practical steps. This is Saturn. Saturn wants us to be doing that. Wants us to be doing the work because Saturn actually is the biggest benefit in the sky. It will bless you more than Jupiter as long as you're prepared to do the work. You know, one of the things I really love about the next few weeks, Mars will be going direct. Motivation is returning, emotional strength, resilience, health. Everything is going to be on the up, right? Because Mars retrograde can bring a lot of injuries. I've noticed. I'm working. One of my things I do, as you guys know, I'm a professional pole dancer, and I've seen a lot of injuries at the moment with Mars and Cancer, especially sports people, right? Because Mars is all sports, okay, and retrograde is, can be sports injuries, right? Venus retrograde, deep review of your love life, your finances, your self-worth, and the new moon, dream, intuition, all those great things, right? If you're talking about Pisces energy, taking the baths, taking all the candlelight, doing all what I've been getting into lately, especially with Mars and Cancer, right? It's time baths. I had a time bath yesterday. It was so fucking good. I recommend it to anybody, right? If you want to go even deeper with this, with my astrology, my tarot, check me out on TikTok as well because I do videos every single day on TikTok and on my YouTube. I've been posting my TikToks onto YouTube and the shorts, And that's pretty cool too. So, okay, so let's get into it. We're going to go through all the signs, and I want to talk about how I'm just going to put this here, yeah, and how this is going to be affecting you and your sign. So, listen out for your rising sign first and foremost, most important, then your sun sign, and of course your moon sign too. All right, so let's get into it. If you are an Aries, rising, sun, and moon. I'm going to go through Mars, Venus, and new moon, right? First of all, Mars will be finally stationed to go direct in your fourth house. So you would have been one of the signs where there would have been tension at home. Home could be a battlefield. Some of you could have just been renovating the house, or you might find that there could be loads of appliances just breaking down and things just not working. This is Mars retrograde in the fourth house. There could be like altercations with family and family stress because the fourth house rules home, right? And so there could be Mars in Cancer. Cancer is all that family, isn't it? Mars being there, is all about combativeness. So there could have been a lot of tension there. Just know that that will be now dissipating, moving forward, and healing. All right. Venus is going to be retrograding in your first house, honey. Bringing love in. You guys are one of the signs where old flames will be coming back. Are you going to rekindle? I definitely think you're going to be testing it out. Aries likes to just go in blind, you know what I mean? Like, c'est la vie. Who am I to judge? Do you, boo? And this is also about your self-worth. Aries, you had the eclipses going through your sign over the last 2 years. So you guys have been growing and doing the work, right? Are you like even if you meet up with an ex, are you even the same person that you were when you were with them? Right? You've been glowing up, honey. You've been doing the work. The new moon is going to be in the 12th house, all right? And this is about delving into your intuition, right? This is a fantastic time to meditate, to seek therapy, to seek counseling, to get some rest as well. Aries, you've been doing the most, okay? Taurus, rising, sun, and moon. The Mars will be going direct in the third house of communication. Again, you guys are one of the signs where people are just going to be misconstruing everything that you say. You might have been quick to fly off the handle as well, may I add. Mars, the third house was communication, the planet of war and arguments going retrograde in that house. Not great, not the best. You've been dealing with it. Just just know that things are going to be clearing up and dissipating now with that energy. Venus retrograding through your 12th house, the subconscious. So this is about, your self-worth. This is about how you see yourself. This is actually about having maybe Venusianing your evening routine. And beautifying your sleep pattern, making maybe like you're changing the sheets, getting a new bed, candles, sound bath music, incense, having like a beautiful downtime, right? The new moon is in the 11th house, calling in friendship, as well as your biggest goal. I love the 11th house. The 11th house is your biggest goals, dreams, and desires. So calling those into manifesting, dreaming big, because you can absolutely achieve it. Remember, we've got that square to Jupiter going on, giving you an extra kick of energy when it comes to manifesting what you want. So dream big, honey. Gemini, rising, sun and moon. Mars has been going retrograde in your second house, nice station to go direct. Just know that finances which may have been hit, you're burning a hole through. Mars is burning a hole through your money house, basically. Now it's cooling down, going forwards, moving back to where it should be, and money will be flowing in way more easier. All right. Venus retrograde to the 11th house. Some of you could be getting back in touch with old friends. So especially during this transit, what is it? Who is it you call friends? Are they meeting your needs? Are you leveling up your friendships? Are you letting go of some friendships? This is very big, right? 11th house also rules biggest goals, dreams, and desires. This is about using that Venusian energy to call in what it is that you want to manifest. Speaking of manifestation, new moon in the 10th house, new moon in the house of your career, of your work, of your public persona. Dream big when it comes to manifesting what you want, when it comes to your work goals. All right. Where are we? Cancer, sun, moon, and rising. Mars has been going retrograde in your first house, honey. This could be playing havoc with your health, your skin. You could just be bubbling up with anger at any given moment, right? Just know that this is going to be dissipating now. So, health-wise, you're going to be feeling a lot better moving forward because, like, Mars Cancer can bring like your illness and stuff, like just out of nowhere. Just know that I always say a really good way to combat that is to work with the energy by eating red food and wearing red, right? It's really great to work with the energy, right? I'm not a doctor, but it's really great to use the energy of the spirituality to your advantage, right? That's why we listen to this channel, why we delve into spirituality, use the energy, yeah? But yeah, Mars be going direct, giving you more a drive and ambition. You might be just really like thinking, you know what, I've got no drive, no motivation, no wherewithal to do anything. Mars is going direct now in your house, in your first house, self identity, put yourself out there, getting the kick up your ass that you need to go after what you want. Venus will be retrograding in your 10th house. So this is about reevaluating what do you want with your work and your career. And 10th house can rule marriage too, right? So what are you doing in your relationships as well, right? Um, you have the new moon in the ninth house. So some of you might be signing up to a new course, finding a mentor, spiritual guru. Some of you might be doing international travel. This is a great time to manifest what you want in those areas. If you are a Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, Mars has been retrograding in your 12th house. So 12th house is your subconscious, so you could literally be going through it. You could literally be thinking like all sorts of mad crazy shit. 12th house is your inner world, your mental health, right? Mars and Cancer going through there has been literally just causing havoc there. So now that will be dissipating, the energy will be clearing, and you'll be more focused, more driven. Mars in the 12th house, right? When I have Mars transits in the 12th house, I just feel tired all the time. So just know that this is now dissipating. We're moving back into your first house where you'll be feeling way more energized. A really good way for you to work with the energy is by putting something red in your bedroom because the 12th house rules the bedroom. Okay. You have Venus retrograding in the ninth house. Venus retrograding in the ninth house. So some of you might be going back to, if your ninth house was international travel, right? So some of you might be thinking about going to a vacation where some of you already been before. That would be really good. You might be letting go of old spiritual beliefs as well as the ninth house, because the ninth house rules your beliefs and like gurus, therapists, all that stuff. If you are in a legal challenge, I feel like don't sign or do anything after Venus is direct, because that might not go in your favour, because there could be challenges there. Anything to do with legalities or lawyers or that sort of paperwork, all right? So wait to sign anything of that, okay? Or if this is ongoing, I feel like you're gonna have to like redo all that paperwork again. You know what I mean? Just check all that, right? You have the new moon in the 8th house, the money house, honey. Manifest, use this new moon energy to harness abundance and also call in your spirituality. The 8th house is transformation. It's time for you to level up, honey. Virgo, Mars will be going direct in your 11th house of friendship. So some of you might be joining your fitness club, your fitness regime, because 11th house rules like fitness too, right? So some of you might be joining like a new gym, a new yoga class, something like that where you're going to be training more, right? Making friends in those areas too, okay? You may have not had much drive actually in that area, and with Mars being in the 11th house, there could have been like really combative times where you and your friends just fell out. You might have lost friends in this transit, so it could be some time to reconcile with that going forward. Okay. 8th house transformation with Venus going through the 8th house. This is about self-worth. This is about your sex. This is about your passion. This is about your intimacy. Are you having your needs met in those areas? Venus is going to be asking us questions right there. If you're single, though, this can bring some great passionate love affairs in. This is a great time to level up your finances, organise your finances. And the 8th house is other people's money, banks, debts, loans, credit cards, all that sort of thing. This is a great time to reevaluate and reassess those, get your shit together over there. Because once you focus, it's not about burying your head in the sand, it's about making a clear action plan. Because if you can do the numbers and do the maths, very Saturn, the universe is going to award you with abundance, right? You will be having the new moon in your relationship sector. This is a great time for you to manifest what you want when it comes to love and relationships. Amazing. Libra. Sun, Moon, and Rising. Mars has been retrograding in your 10th house, bringing maybe like career and work stress. Just know that that is dissipating now. Things will become more clearer, more easier. Opportunities are coming in, more drive, more ambition. Things are going your way. So that's great news, isn't it? You have Venus retrograding in the 10th house. Some of you will be letting go of relationships, reevaluating relationships. Also, maybe some of you might be revisiting old flames. Right. I'm Libra rising too, so I'm definitely agreeing on all the things I just told you about. We have a new in the 6th house. 6th house is all to do with your health and your routine. Some of you are going to be more vibrant, starting a new health regime. Maybe work contracts will be coming up too. 6th house is all to do with work, so there could be work opportunities coming up for you. So it's a great time to use the new moon energy to manifest what you want when it comes to your health, when it comes to your work and your career. Okay. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Mars has been retrograde. Your ruler has been retrograding in the ninth house. Questioning what you believe in, who you believe in. All right. Just know this is dissipating now. You're going direct. Having you more focused on your career, your goals, your bigger vision for you. You know, and diving back into spirituality. You might fall out of love with spirituality. Mars going direct now. You're finding your passion again when it comes to your spiritual beliefs and your wellness, your gurus, your therapy, all that stuff, right? And you may even go back to learning higher education. Okay. With this direct motion, if you are going through legal battle, anything to do with courts, that would be more favourable. Okay. Venus retrograde in the sixth house. This is all to do with your health and routine. So this is about like letting go of bad habits, when habits are no longer serving you, and beautifying your daily routines, right? And enjoying your work and enjoying your health and putting your love and passion into what you put in your body and how you treat your body too. And actually what passion you have around your work as well. You have a new moon in the fifth house. This is about love, dating, fun, and relationships. If you're already in a committed relationship, this is about up leveling that. This is a house of creativity. This is a house of luck and abundance too. So using that new moon energy to call in luck, money, and abundance. If you are single, this is a great time to flirt with new lovers and call in some passion, my darling. If you are a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, Mars is in the eighth house. This is about transformation. You guys are transforming, rising from the ashes. You've been going through it, honey. Just know that you are at the end of it and things are going to be turning up for you. Venus is going through your fifth house. Some of you might be rekindling old flames or going back to old projects, old creativity, old passions, you know, reigniting. Some of you may have like just lost your way when it comes to like the things that you do for fun. Just know that with this new energy of Venus retrograding, that you're going to be finding your spark and your passion again, especially when you move back into your fourth house as well, and finding love, loving your home, loving what you do, loving your life, right? And the new moon will be happening for you in the fourth house. It's a great time to think about where it is that you call home. All right. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Mars retrograde in seventh house. Your relationship's been going through it. Trust me, I know. So this is about dissipation. Mars is now going to be moving direct, blessing all your relationships. I say blessed. Mars is still in Cancer. It's still going through the shadow period, so relationships still are going to be a challenge. Just know that they're going to be more easier. All right. You have Venus going in the third house. All right. So you're going to be hearing from ex-lovers. Communicating with ex-lovers is key for you. Do you want to reach out? Is that something you want to do? Have a think about that before you make that decision, all right? Because you have a new moon in the money house. This is a great time to manifest what you want when it comes to your finances, all right? Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Mars, sixth house. What have you been doing with your health, your routines, your day-to-day stuff? This is about letting go. Mars is going direct now, giving you some passion and drive to focus on your health, your fitness routines, all that great stuff. Mars retrograde in sixth house. If you have pets as well, because the sixth house rules pets, can sometimes make your pets sick. So just know that Mars going direct, your pet's health, you will be better too. Not only your health, but theirs as well. You have Venus going to the third house, communication. So, my love, are you going to be speaking words of kindness? Are you going to be hitting up old exes or old lovers? Something you want to be doing, maybe. This is about your self-love, your self-worth, and how you see yourself when it comes to love and money, and what you think is possible. You have a new moon in the second house, the house of your money, honey. Call in your love, call in your money, call in your abundance, all those things, all right? Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You will be having Mars going direct in your fifth house, giving you some more a kick up the butt when it comes to your passion, your creativity, and your desires. Going after what you want with some oomph. You have Venus going through your second house of finances, retrograding. So focusing on your self-worth, focusing on what it is that you want when it comes to love and romance, and calling in the abundance in those areas too. You know, what is it that you hold value to. You have a new moon in the first house of you. This is your new year, honey. Dream big, manifest huge, because you have Jupiter square you. Mercury and Saturn are going to be conjunct. It's about dreaming big and also making an action plan to make these things happen into reality. Yes, yes, yes. Guys, if you would have a personal reading with me, check me out. Follow me on all the things, Instagram, TikTok, all the places. I am there every day, dropping content for you guys. I love if you like, subscribe, and share this with someone you think would love it. And drop me an email if you'd like a personal reading with me. And of course, I will see you on the next episode.